Hello, everyone, and welcome to ARC Advisory Group's podcast studio. This is Paula Hollywood, Senior Analyst at ARC Advisory Group, and today I'm speaking with my colleague and analyst, Inderpreet Shoker. We recently attended the International Maintenance Conference, the leading conference for maintenance and reliability professionals, in December. This conference is organized by ReliabilityWeb.com and Uptime Magazine. 2019 was the 34th IMC conference. This was my 10th, but it was the first time for Inderpreet, or Preet as we call her, and we'd like to share some of our experiences with our listeners. Welcome, Preet.
Thank you, Paula. Great to be here.
As a long-standing member of the IMC community, I've witnessed this conference grow from about 300 attendees and a handful of exhibitors to about 1,000 attendees and multiple exhibitors from all over the world. I've witnessed subject matter expertise expand from a strictly maintenance and reliability focus to encompass IoT technologies. One area that I believe Reliability Web excels is the emphasis it places on culture and the human aspects of the work and the organization. What was your overall impression of the conference, Preet?
Well, I think it was a great conference. So, Paula, since the conference is called IMC, Maintenance Conference, I naturally expected it to be focused mainly on maintenance technologies. But I was very impressed with the diverse range of topics covered by the event. There were sessions focused on maintenance, reliability, predictive maintenance, asset management, change management, artificial intelligence, analytics, use of digital twins, and industrial IoT. The diverse range of topics provided attendees plenty of options to choose from. So I was actually it was very difficult for me to make a choice on which sessions to attend. I was also very impressed to see how this conference attracts people from a wide range of industries, roles, and regions. At one single event, I was able to meet a variety of industrial professionals. Maintenance technicians, operators, consultants, project managers, as well as CEOs. I was absolutely impressed with the level of knowledge I got exposed to at this conference.
From my perspective, I found the change of venue this year a bit overwhelming, primarily due to the size and the unfamiliarity with the surroundings. The conference outgrew the space available at the previous location, and this year was the first at Marco Island. I think, though, by the time that I left, I knew where I was going most of the time. For listeners who may not be familiar with IMC, Preet, can you share some details on the format of the conference?
Yeah, sure. So it was a 4-day conference held from December 9 to 12. Each day there was a keynote in the morning, followed by multiple tracks covering a variety of topics. Presenters included technology suppliers, maintenance professionals, college professors, and industry analysts like us. All of these presenters shared their asset management related stories, details on new technologies, solutions, and strategies that can help improve plant performance. Monday started out with an excellent keynote by Terence O'Hanlon, who is the CEO of ReliabilityWeb.com and Uptime Magazine. He gave a very nice overview of the show, which was very helpful for a first-time attendee like me. And his one quote that stuck with me is, "Reliability is action, not position," which is so true. We all need to see reliability as an ongoing journey where we should always try to get better and bring further improvements. So that was my key takeaway from that. The rest of the day was dedicated to focus forums led by industry-leading reliability and maintenance professionals. Tuesday morning, they had the Uptime Magazine's Uptime Award ceremony that recognized organizations and teams that have shown great commitment to reliability and asset management. The winners have taken their efforts to next level at their organizations for their asset management initiatives. The rest of the day was dedicated to short courses and presentations to help attendees further their learning and even spark new ideas. Wednesday was the best day of the conference, according to me. It started out with an amazing keynote by Mr. Tom Peters, and then there was a special lunch event organized by VRAM, that is the Women in Reliability and Asset Management Group. And also, our presentations were on Wednesdays as well.
Thursday morning featured a panel discussion with Uptime Award winners who shared their reliability stories. Each were unique. However, I think the one characteristic that all the winners, if you would, share is leadership. Someone who believes in the mission and convince others that the reliability is a worthy endeavor that's worth it, even though it can be painful at times. Learning lessons filled the rest of the day. In conjunction with the conference, another group of attendees taking reliability web courses in preparation for certification that demonstrate their knowledge and leadership skills in the reliability and maintenance domain. Preet, you mentioned that it was your first experience listening to Tom Peters, noted author of In Search of Excellence, among other works. What was your impression of his talk?
It was an absolute pleasure to listen to him. He's a very popular figure in the business world, and when you hear him, you know why. He's both informative and entertaining at the same time. The two key takeaways from his keynote for me were, first, that we all need to have some unscheduled time that we can devote to nurturing new ideas, new thoughts, and maybe even learn new skills. And secondly, we need to pay attention to building relationships, not only in our personal lives, but also our professional lives as well. I exactly remember Mr. Peters said, everything is personal.
Yeah, I was struck by him too. He was really a dynamic speaker. And based on my experience, I think there's a lot of truth to his suck down, not up for success mantra. We both attended the Wireham lunch. What were your takeaways from that event?
It was a great event, I think. The Wireham group was established with the aim to empower women in the industry with educational content and training to further themselves in this industry, and also provide them a platform to network, share ideas, and learn from one another. This particular meeting featured a diverse panel of women in various roles who shared their challenges and offered some advice on overcoming workplace challenges for women. Paula, the main problem, as we all know, is that there are still very few women in the automation space. And this brings its own set of challenges. One common challenge that many women face is that they are not being taken seriously in the workplace. Their inputs, ideas, or suggestions are often not taken seriously just because they are a minority at the workplace. So it's tough not to get discouraged when you experience something like that. But a great piece of advice from the panel was to keep on doing the good work, keep on working hard, and let your work speak for itself. And whenever necessary, don't hesitate to voice your concerns to your peers or managers.
Yeah, I would have to say that as one who's been in the automation space for my entire professional life, and have attended many of these conferences over the years, my observation is that ladies really have to wait in line for the restroom at these events. But in all seriousness, I can say that the industry has more women now than when I started, and in more responsible roles. Female chemical engineers, for example, was a rarity back in the 70s when I started. Now they are much more prevalent. Preet, you also presented at the event. What did you speak about?
Yes, actually it was an honor and pleasure to speak. I spoke about one of the hot topics of today, which is augmented reality and how this technology is being used in the industry for maintenance. I was very happy to see so much interest in the topic. I think the time is right in the industry to adopt newer technologies. You know, Paula, we always talk about how the industrial world is very conservative, how it's slow to adopt newer technologies. But this is definitely changing now, and greater interest in newer technologies such as augmented reality and virtual reality. It's a proof of that.
Yeah, all of the things that we've been talking about for a very long time we're starting to finally see. Any final thoughts on the conference?
Overall, I think it was a great learning experience for me, and I'm sure for many others who attended the conference. Many congratulations to the Uptime Magazine and ReliabilityWeb.com team on organizing such a successful event. The keynotes, forum tracks, expo, and workshops Together, all presented great opportunities to learn from your peers, subject matter experts, and technology providers. I thoroughly enjoyed the conference and am already looking forward to attending the next one.
Yeah, it is a jam-packed full event, I will have to say. This concludes our discussion for today. Thank you, Preet, for joining us. We hope this chat was helpful for our audience. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you again, Preet, and thank you all for listening.